Hello, this is Tristan Haskins, and this is a video review of the recently released Polar M450. The M450 is Polar's latest dedicated GPS bike computer. It's a smaller unit than the V650, bit bigger as you can see than something like the Garmin Edge 25. I'd probably say it's about nearly exactly the same size as the old Garmin Edge 400, so in my view it's a perfect size for a bike computer. It's got a great clear display, easily readable from any angle. The purpose of this review is just to go through the main features of the M450 and how you would use it on your bike, and then also a quick bit about the Polar Flow app. Okay, so what have we got? We've got buttons 1, 2, 3 and 4, up, down, stop or back, and then this one here is on and backlight. So there's no touch screen. Okay, we've also got an emergency little light here. It's only a very small LED, but if you're commuting, coming home, it will give you a little bit of visibility. It's not to really light up your way, it's just to show people where you are. It uses Polar's own quarter turn lock. It doesn't use Garmin, so you have to have the Polar one, which is fine. There has been some criticism at the Polar one because unlike the Garmin one, which is at this angle, so you use 2 straps, this one goes like this, so you just use 1 strap under your handlebar stem or around your handlebars. It also comes with some spacers to make it fit nicely, but I find it to be absolutely fine. Okay, so what have we got? This is a button on the front. This starts and stops, so press that to start an activity. Then we can see it says road cycling, and it's picked up my heart rate, which I'm wearing a Polar H7 belt. I don't think it will pick up GPS in the house, but that doesn't matter right now. Go back again to the main display with this button down here. In the hands it's quite fiddly operating these, but on your stem I think it's quite nice. I like it. I don't really know why they didn't go for the up down there and the other 2 here, but it's easy to operate with your thumb when you are riding with it. Let's go through some of the settings. So diary, that would show us what we've done historically. Settings, to go into anything, just press the red button. Sports profiles, physical settings, general settings, and back to sports profiles. Sports profiles are set up on the Polar Flow website. The unit does come with mountain biking, road cycling and indoor cycling, but since I've synced this, it has picked up my own sports profiles. It would be nice if I could delete some of these because some of them just aren't applicable to the M450. So I need to talk to Polar about that, because what I use in my V800 is not necessarily what I want in my M450. So that is where you would go to do some basic changes. You're going to toggle through them really. Speed view, speed limits. Or, as I say, all of this stuff is set up on the Polar Flow website, and it's great and it's simple. You have to have a flow sync installed onto your Mac or your PC, which communicates between the device via the micro USB socket here, which is covered by a waterproof cover. Okay, so you can set the sports profiles, you can set all of your views. Again, that's done on the Polar Flow on the website. Tests, this is great, this is brilliant. This is something you only normally get on the wrist mounted unit. So again, the Polar M400, the Polar V800, they have these. The orthostatic test and the fitness test. The orthostatic test is a standing up, sitting down test, and it checks your heart rate response during that activity. And the fitness test is a lying down test, 5 minutes, and it checks again heart rate variability and such like. They are technical. I won't pretend I fully understand them, but they're good, they're accurate, and they give consistent results to show if you're improving your fitness or not. So that's brilliant that this has got the those two tests in there. All that data is uploaded again to the Polar Flow website, so you can keep a track of your progress as you hopefully improve your fitness. Interval timers, you can just set a simple interval timer if you want to do some intervals. That's useful. Favourites are if you've got a particular route that you prefer and you want to sort of race yourself and follow yourself, you can put that into favourites, and you would then just go for a ride and ride it, and it will give you some, I believe it will give you some basic turn notification. I need to check that. Okay, and then we're back to the start. So let's go into road cycling. Now the important thing for me to stress here is that I have set these views myself. These are my preferred views, so you would set them yourself. There I have my heart rate view, which I've selected as a 3-segment view. Current heart rate on the top, heart rate zone pointer in the middle, and training time on the bottom. This is my speed view, current speed, average speed, general information, time of day and temperature. A cadence view, so I've got cadence average, current cadence, maximum cadence, and then some altitude data, total ascent, total descent, incline, etc. Speed zones tells me how long I've spent within the different speed zones that I've set. So they are my speed zones, and these are speed zones specific to road cycling. That's important because obviously they're very different to your speed zones for mountain biking, for example. And also similarly, I've got time spent within the different heart rate zones. Another really great feature, back to start. So I'm out riding somewhere I'm not too familiar, I go for a ride, and then what this would show me with a northeast southwest compass rose, it would point in the direction of home and how far away I was from home. So if I got in trouble, didn't know where I was, I'd just follow that loosely back to home, and I get back to where I started from. Okay, so I'm going to press stop, which is the bottom one down here. Press it again and hold it to exit. It's going to ask me if I want to keep this file. I'm going to say no. That's that. So just to show you a different view, for example, if we go into my mountain biking view, okay, so then again I have got the heart rate the same, speed's the same, time of day, I haven't got the temperature and altitude data, speed zones, HR zones, and back to start. So not very different, but they could be completely different if I wanted to have some different data on there. This uses Bluetooth for the heart rate connectivity. So I'm currently wearing the Polar H7 belt. It will connect to your smartphone, iOS and Android. Here we have an example of a recent training file. Everything you'd expect to see here really. Summary data, heart rate graphs, time in the zones, map, auto laps and manual laps. Say if you're looking for a heart rate monitoring GPS bike computer in the region of £150, then I think really the two you'll be looking at are the Garmin Edge 25 and the Polar M450. I like them both a lot. I think the one thing that the M450 has that the Edge 25 doesn't have is the ability to track me back to the start of a ride, which I think is great, especially if you're out and about riding somewhere off your normal route. There's the backlight that's come on. That's it. So the emergency light that's come on because I've just covered the little light sensor there. Yes, so it's not going to light up the route on the way home, but I think it's a nice little feature. all in all, I'm impressed. I think it's really good value for money, dead easy to use, very good connection to your Mac or Windows PC or laptop, and great connectivity to the Polar app on iOS or Android. Upgradable firmware, user configurable screens. Really, what isn't there to like about this new Polar M450 bike computer? Please visit heartratemonitor.co.uk, and if you're thinking of buying, please do click on our links, because that's how we make a small revenue from our partner websites. Thank you for watching.